lovely Smiling Through Dudley Savage's theme tune, and I thought I would play that to get us going. Slightly late getting on air because the technology played up, and it's still not quite like I want it, so let me do a bit of a play just for 1 minute. That's okay. Yes, I had to restart everything, which was just about to get going, and then had to restart things, which was a bit of a pain in the neck. But there we go. These things happen. I hope you managed to find your hymns for this evening. I've not been quite so generous this time, and actually gotten the everything out to you. But so let's just do a bit of something here. Should be better. Right. So, Blessed Assurance. This was a request from Rex Bray. Rex, born and bred here in 12 Heads. That lived in the cottage next door, and 1958. His father died on the Sunday, and in 1958, on the following Tuesday, I was born. So he died the Sunday. That's not Rex, of course, that's his father. And Freddie Bray, and I was born on the Tuesday. So we'll get off to a flying start with Blessed Assurance. Jesus is mine. now, further on, I played that 422 from, I didn't tell you what the number was, I played that from MHB. My apologies, but yeah, hopefully if you found me, you would have found where the hymns are. So going into the children's section, Father, lead me day by day, ever in thine own sweet way. Teach me to be pure and kind. Show me what I ought to do. Do a little hymn from the children's section in the Methodist hymn book. Father, lead me day by day. Said before, it's one of the hymns that we would sing as a children's choir down here at 12 Heads of a Sunday morning. There were enough children to be able to have a children's choir. We used to choose a hymn beforehand, and the preacher would he'd tell us a story, I think, and then we'd sing the hymn together. One of us would announce it, and we get on and sing it. Now, I confess to have actually made a slight error in my planning for tonight. I had a request from our choir librarian, or ex-choir librarian, Alison, who was a member of our choir at Truro Methodist, and asking for the tune Corverdale. So I wrote down what I thought was the name of the tune, but it's C-O-R, isn't it? Corverdale. Seemingly I wrote down C-O-E-F-E-N, Coe Fen. So I got completely the wrong hymn and put it down, and it wasn't till about half an hour ago that I suddenly thought, you nitwit, you've actually got the wrong hymn. So I thought, rather than change things, and you're all being set ready to sing, how shall I sing that, Majesty? 78 in MHB or 8 in hymns and psalms, or if you've got the latest Methodist hymn book, it's 53. So rather than change things, I will do Coe Fen. I've done it once before. Remember, if you remember, I was upstairs, played the piano at that stage, thinking of dear Hubert Julian and how this was one of his favourite tunes. We'll do 3 verses of How Shall I Sing That Majesty. That's 1, verse 1, How Shall I Sing That Majesty. Verse 2, Thy brightness unto them appears. And verse 3, How great a being, Lord, is thine. I've left out the verse enlightened with, because I don't think it appears in all the books. So, How Shall I Sing Thy Majesty? A wonderful tune by Ken Naylor. It's got the most glorious harmonies and crushed notes, what we call in the trade suspensions. Don't forget there is a quiz coming at the end of all these hymns, all the things that I've been talking about. Crushed notes, suspensions, which just make the harmony, a suspension creates tension. You prepare for the suspension and then you resolve it. So in the second line, and then here, it just creates that tension and it wants to go somewhere. So you get a concord, a discord, and then a resolution. And that is so lovely. It happens all over the place. There's a towards the end of the melody, loads of them. So it really makes it lovely and scrunchy and enjoyable. So you've got to remember what a suspension is now. And there's 3 parts to it: the preparation, the suspension, the graunchy tension moment, and then the resolution. So there we are. How shall I sing? save Cordell for another time. I do apologise. I think quite what I thought I was doing, I don't know, but there we go. Where's my mouse gone? Let's turn that off. See what's going on. And then, Peace Like a River from Mission Praise 757. And because Mission Praise is one of those books which not everybody has, I did send a link to somewhere where you get it from songsandhymns.org. It appears it's in the public domain, so I think I'm okay. I won't send the copyright police around or anything like that, please. Wonderful story written about this hymn, and I can't quote it fully because I don't know it well. I've heard it several times, but go and look it up. Philip Bliss, a businessman, I think who lost his wife and children on the loss of a ship. So and then he despite everything that assailed him, he was able to write this tune, and I suppose actually Philip Bliss wrote the tune. It might have been Spafford. So there we go. No doubt you can find for yourselves how it sort of all works out. When Peace Like a River. This is a request from Jill Harris at 3 Milestone, actually. So one of our circuit churches where her husband has been the organist and leads the choir there for a good number of years. It is well with my soul. it's good to have people looking in from all around the world. I had an email from Matt today, or yesterday actually, asking about the setup I've got here, so I penned back an email. I hope I made it clear what was going on, that we've got a couple of instruments, a virtual organ from the computer, and then the wyvern here, and how it's possible to have two organs and combine them and all the rest of it. The organist among you will probably, I wonder whether you've noticed yet that anything when there's sort of sin and death and unpleasant things, organists tend to use something called full swell. You may wonder what that is. It could be in the quiz as well. Full swell is all the stops in the swell organ, and you might wonder what a swell organ is. Well, it has the ability to swell the sound, make it louder or quieter. The control from a pedal there, so you can swell the sound up and down. It works in quiet. And dare I say, the electronic version is not quite the same as the real thing. And if I say to you, if you think of a swell and the front of the box where all the pipes are concerned, like a Venetian blind, it's like a set of Venetian blinds which keep the light out. And the moment you open just a little bit, you get a lot of light all at once. And then as you open it, the light gets more, but it's not that little bit right at the beginning, which comes right out. The swell box is like that electronically, because they're on something called a potentiometer or something like that. So it's like turning the volume up, like the organ. You just have to control very carefully that first fraction, so the first bit of light coming out doesn't come out in a rush. So anyway, I digress. Peace like a river. So either Horatio G. Spafford or Philip Bliss had terrible troubles in their lives and lost things, and this week hasn't been easy for a lot of people, it seems, whether it's because it's week whatever number of the lockdown, and is the lockdown going to continue, and oh dear, I don't know. But I did listen to Boris, and I thought, well, you seem to be talking some kind of sense, but I don't know. But for those people that found it hard this week, and you know, perhaps peace will come a bit like a river for you, and even for me. Jesus, Priceless Treasure. The melody is by Johann Kruger, a German, and arranged by the great Johann Sebastian Bach, 1685 to 1750. This is 259 in hymns and psalms. Jesu, Priceless Treasure, to this wonderful tune by Kruger, as arranged by the great Johann Sebastian Bach. absolute magic of J.S. Bach and his wonderful harmony. (342) from Hymns and Psalms, and 124 from Singing the Faith. For the fruits of his creation. Now, often it's sung to this Welsh traditional melody, Ar Hyd yn Nos, but there's a lovely tune called East Acklam by Sir Francis Jackson. And Giles Richards said, could I do this? And he asked me some time back, and I neglected to do it, so let's redress the balance. I'm also aware of, I haven't done Yes, God is Good, which Mary requested some time back, and of course I will put in There's a Wideness in God's Mercy. Hello. Hello. What do you want then? Hey? I think it's time to come and play a bit, do you? I know this is a harvest hymn and all the rest of it, but I'm not entirely sure. We're going to sit down there. What are you going to do? Whether or not... Right. You're going to sit there. Just sit there and stay there. So for the fruits of his creation, now Francis Jackson was the organist of York Minster. And that's where Robert Sharp, who was organist at Truro Cathedral, has been director of music there for some time, and they're having their immense pipe organ overhauled. And Francis Jackson he was born in 1917, so you can work out how old he is. Sir Francis Jackson, he's a delightful chap, and he's written lots of great music for the organ and choir. And this hymn tune, East Acklam, is I think from one of the villages in that part of Yorkshire. May not be a particularly familiar tune, but do have a listen and join in. I'll just do 3 verses. I'll give you a little play over perhaps, but it has a lovely range of harmony. It goes through different various keys. And Francis Jackson had that ability to sort of colour things and go to excursions to different keys and different places. Perhaps I will give you a full verse play over. lovely words by Fred Pratt Green, and I think Francis Jackson probably composed that tune with those words in mind. It gives you the chance to breathe and put the emphasis in the right place. Thanks be to God. Lovely tune. So thank you, dear Francis. We must be coming towards the... Yes, we are. I am actually going to... I'm going to slip in one hymn before... just a very short hymn, which Margaret from Selby requested, or asked what I do, and I said I'd put it on the list, but I think I'll do it this evening. It is 277. You're going to know the words of this in any case without me even telling you. This is the God we adore, our faithful, unchangeable friend. So it's 277 and 67 in singing the faith. I didn't look it up in MHB, but I'm sure a lot of you are going to know the words in any case. We had a wonderful address from Mark this morning at 9:22, and another address. When I say 9:22, that's the first of our morning services, which is band-led, and then the second service, Sunday Praise, which is organ and choir-led, if you like. And we had cracking good sermons. If you've not heard Mark preach, then I'm sure lots of you will. I'm taking coals to Newcastle, but do look it up on YouTube. Look for 9:22 or Sunday Praise. If you just look for Truro Methodist Church, it will come up. I put all these hymns, they are on Facebook, but I also put them on YouTube, so that you know, they're there for other people to dip in and have a look at as well. I've decided this week that there'll be one less hymn evening. I'm going to take Tuesday evening off. I did say I was, although he's back, I did say I might give a recital on Wednesday. I've shelved that idea just for the minute. Actually, quite honestly, I haven't done any organ practice at all. In the terms of, I played a few pieces, but that's not practicing. So I'm going to take Tuesday off. I hope you won't mind, but it's I just think it would be nice just to have a little gap and just an evening off. And I'll be back with you on Thursday when I'll try and put in those hymns I've forgotten, and we'll go from there. So do look up on YouTube Mark's sermons this morning. Music, everything was fine, but he did preach two cracking good sermons. He really did. Just what we needed, I think, at this particular time. Like I say, for a lot of people, it's not been an easy week. You know, conversing with people that I know, some of them haven't found it quite so easy. I haven't found it quite so easy myself. So, and Mark's sermon was just the right thing. Such a strange time that we're living in, but there we go. So this is the God we adore, our faithful, unchangeable friend. So to conclude tonight, God be in My Head. Just a lovely little short piece by Walford Davis anyway, who was in charge of the music at the Temple Church in London. He also broadcast on the BBC and was great at doing broadcasts of music to the nation, and did lots for education. This is a very gentle little verse setting of these words, God be in my head. So we use that to close for this evening. Thank you for your company. I hope you've enjoyed that selection of hymns. Keep them coming in, and as I say, I won't be here on Tuesday, and you may come back and see a slightly different setup, and I've got some things to experiment with. I just need a bit of time to do that, and perhaps a little rest, perhaps even. So, oh Sebastian, I'll just show you, as I know how many of you love my cats. Sebastian, you're on camera, mate. Oh, all right then. Once again, I suppose he's got to have his order of what he's got to wash as time goes on. Anyway, oh, there we go. Anyway, do take care, and stay safe. And we apparently have been doing a very good job, so do continue to do that good job, because I think we've done well. Let's keep it up. Anyway, take care, good night, and God bless. Bye bye.